People in this school sometimes get underfunded, whether it's from the parents not being able to donate money or the school not giving them much funding. Of course, everyone wants more money, but there should be equal money spent between each of the parts of the school. This is not only affecting the teachers who would have to pay for things out of their own paycheck, but also affects the students because they don't get the materials they need.
I am the middle and high school band director.
My name is James Dillon. My main interest in school is theater and the theatrical arts.
My main interest in school isn't necessarily schoolwork, but it's also what I do outside of school, primarily band.
My name is Cassandra Fitz, and I'm a student at North Reading High School. I don't work for the school, but I am a student representative for the school committee and the school council.
From what I have heard, it's that athletics get more money than performing arts, but I couldn't tell you.
I would assume that academics is funded the most, followed by athletics, and then probably the arts programs.
I know that a lot of funding goes towards the athletic department, as well as funding for newer technologies and stuff like that.
I think every band teacher everywhere will always say, yes, we need more money to do all the things we want to do. But realistically, you have to think about how much you get, what's allocated, and do the best what you got, and always advocate for yourself for getting a little bit more, if you can.
I think the band always needs more funding. Everything really needs more funding. If you think about it, the more people that join, the bigger the group gets, and the more you want to explore that actual art or that physical sport, it does require some more money.
I think there should be a dedicated amount of money towards the arts, but whether it's theater or band or winter percussion, stuff like that, yeah, I think some money should go towards the arts, but how it's divided up should be between the arts department.
So I think the band and the arts programs could definitely benefit from more funding. I mean, over the summer we had to buy a sound system that cost $10,000, and it's my understanding that most of that money came from the parents and kids and the music boosters.
I don't think that anybody gets too much funding. They get the funding that they need to participate in all their activities. I mean, if you think about them, I mean, there's so many different sports and they travel so much and they do so many different things. I think that it would be unfair to say that they don't deserve the amount of money they get or the amount of money that they work towards. And a lot of it doesn't always come from the school budget as well.
I think it would be unfair to say that sports get too much funding, but what I would say is that I think that we always need more funding, and I'm sure they're probably in the same predicament where they also need more funding as well.
I don't think that they get too much funding, but I think that the funding should be equal between the arts and the athletics department, as both are competitive and both are successful. With Maskers going to state finals this weekend, I mean, the football team went to the Super Bowl last year. There's sort of success in both parts, so I think both parts should be equally funded for.
There's definitely money that could be reallocated to the arts programs. I mean, I looked on the athletics department website, and I think we had 19 sports, and that's separating the girls and boys for each sport. And I mean, if we're getting over $800,000 a year in funding for those 19 sports, and assuming that was all evenly dispersed, each sport would be funded about 2 to 3 times more than the band. And I mean, I assume a lot of that $800,000 is going towards public goods, like things like replacing the turf, which also benefits the band. But even with that in mind, I think the sports teams are probably getting a lot more funding individually than the band is. And I don't think sports are significantly more valuable. They don't have significantly more people. They don't have significantly more expensive equipment. In fact, I think a lot of the band equipment is probably more expensive, so we could definitely benefit from that extra funding. I know that our athletics teams have been very successful in past years, but so have our arts programs, and they're just not getting the funding to encourage that. So we've been able to make significant strides and progress in previous years in all of the arts programs, and that's thanks to all of the members and our teachers and our parents. But I mean, all the time and effort in the world isn't going to buy us better equipment. We need funding for that.